Howdy guys, what's going on? It's your boy D. I am here and I am checking out a service. There's a new service that they're offering and it's through the Uber app. For anybody who might be interested, it is, before you do anything, like, subscribe, and follow my links if you're a new driver, because this might be an opportunity for you. But getting back to it, yeah, so this is a service called Moove, and I am in their vehicle. This is a Lucid Air, and you hear the Lucid Air and you hear everything and you think it's dope, right? Okay, so let's get into it. This service it runs through the Uber app. That's the Uber app running up there. It runs through the Uber app. They pay you $20 an hour. They give you their vehicle. They pay for the charging, the insurance, everything. All you do is drive. Now, let's get a few caveats out of the way. What comes with you just driving? You make $20 an hour and you get to keep your tips. Okay? But on top of that, some of the negatives, like those are, I guess those could be pros if you just want to make $20 an hour. So some of the cons are you only make $20 an hour. You have to take every single trip, okay? So you cannot deny any trips. Every single trip that comes in, you gotta take it. Like, so my phone has been on auto accept all day. I'm literally going on a trip. I'm going to pick up this girl. She is 14 miles away. 14 miles away. I would never take a trip that's 14 miles away, ever, okay? So I'm going to take a trip that's 14 miles away in these people's car because it's mandatory. The next thing is that you have an 8-hour shift, okay? So 8 hours that you have to work, all right? And then outside of that, and that could be a pro or a con, but you know that basically means that you're making $160 per day. If you're like myself and you're used to making $160 in the first 4 or 5 hours of your shift, that is a big L. All right, and as you guys see, I'm running into traffic. So I am running into traffic currently, and she's still 4 miles away. So those are a couple cons, and there's still more cons. Now, I haven't gotten to what the real problem is for me personally. I just lost a lot of time. I'm supposed to be getting off at 2 o'clock, and this was an 8-hour shift. This will be my only ever shift with this company. I'm never doing this again. So I'm giving you guys this review as I go, because I'm never doing this again. I don't think that this company has thought this stuff out yet. I don't think that they have enough boots on the ground. I think they're about to lose a lot of money in the process of learning how to do things, but they definitely need their own application and they need a filter. I have ideas for an application, but I don't want to just give my ideas to them. I have my own ideas, right? I want you guys to be part of my company. I want my company to be driver centric. I don't want to give it to some corporation that's partnered with Uber already. No. But and that's another thing. They are partnered with Uber. So anybody who has any animosity or any issues with Uber, know that this company is partnered with Uber. Uber has invested $100 million into this company. Okay? So let's get into another con. Another con is the vehicle. It does not do very well when it comes to efficiency. Okay, so it's supposed to get, like they just said that I get 300 something miles to the charge, to 80% charge, but I picked the vehicle up this morning at 72%, and 72%, I almost ran out of charge. I got it down to 4% trying to find an available charger. And that's another issue, another con. So 72% is where I picked it up at. It had 19 miles on the dash already that were just there, you know. So I knew somebody had done some driving in it already. It had 19 miles on the dash. I got out and started working. I took about 8 trips, I believe. It was 8 or 9 trips. I think it was 8 trips. I made $148 on those 8 trips, which is terrible. So, you know, that's just their thing. They're inefficient because you have to accept these types of trips, right? They say they're going to switch over to black car later, not now, but later. And I reckon that even after they make the switch to black car, they're still going to pay the drivers $20 an hour. So that will be a straight shafting of the drivers. But let's continue. I got 1 tip out of that $148, and that tip was for $3. So yeah, I made an extra. The tips go to me, so I made an extra $3, and on top of my $160 for the day. So I will leave with $163, barring anybody else tipping me any other money, right? So these are, like I said, these are all cons. On top of that, because like I said, the vehicle is highly inefficient. It's at 76% right now. I just was at 80%, and I've gone about 10 miles, and I've lost about 4%. Just to give you an idea of how inefficient the vehicle is. And you guys have seen, I've not gone 70 miles an hour. I've been going 60 miles an hour, 50, 60 miles an hour most of this trip, and those are highway miles. Highway miles do eat EVs range more quickly than city miles, but it shouldn't be that bad. You know, you shouldn't be losing 4% in 10 miles. You know, that means you're getting what, 2.5 miles per percentage. That's not good. I don't know the math. I don't know kilowatt hours and all that stuff. I just know the percentage, right? So before going to the charger, I made 208 miles, and that's including the 19 miles that were on the dash. So subtract 19 miles from 208 miles, and that's what you get for a 70% charge. So I guess with 80%, that's if you run it all the way down to like 4 or 5%, you might get like 240 miles, 220 miles, something like that. In an 8-hour shift where you have to go and take every single trip, taking every single trip, I can't see that being very good. You're still gonna have to charge, and then they want you to bring the vehicles back at 80%. So these are all cons, right? And on top of that, let's see. Like I said, the range is bad. The charging is another situation altogether. They give you a phone, they give you a device, which can be seen as a pro. But the con is, like, I didn't have the device because the company, I guess they weren't ready, they weren't prepared. The person who's supposed to be there didn't show up. So, you know, there are holes in the professionalism. So I had to sit and wait an hour. I lost an hour of my time because I don't get paid for breaks. That was essentially my break, and that was my time. And I lost that time I had to wait for somebody to come out there. And yeah, that was my experience thus far. So low mileage vehicle, inefficient charging system, inefficient mileage, and the pay is not great pay. So I'll be right back. I'm picking up a passenger right now. I'll be right back. All right, so I just dropped off this young lady. I believe, let me see. Hold on, I'm gonna show you guys exactly how it went. All right, so they basically, like, because I'm on a different account, you can't do Uber and this at the same time. They have, like, reset all my stats, and I'm getting, like, you know, gold and all this and all that, you know what I'm saying? Whereas, on my regular profile, I have like an 8% or 10% acceptance rate, something like that. All right, so that's that. And that was 156.63 on the day for 10 trips, 6 hours and 52 minutes. You guys decide whether that's good or not. That means that in an entire day of a 12-hour shift, you would clock less than $300 if this was your personal account. You guys see where I have my $3 worth of tip, and that's on a 6 hours and 52. And that is due to the fact that you have to accept everybody. So you can't take the trips where people are probably more likely to tip. I do have an hour and 8 minutes left for my obligatory 8 hours, but I do not plan to give them an obligatory 8 hours. I am about to return this car and get out of it. And just for you guys to see, I did 23.4 miles for that one trip. 72% of the battery is left. Let's see the trip. How much it paid? $14.71 for 18 minutes and 57 seconds, so 19 minutes, 12.13 miles total. That's what that paid. Okay? Just so you guys can see it. Would you take a trip like that? You think that's sufficient for an $80,000 car? Do you think they make money doing that? They got to pay me $160 or what is that? I got almost 8 hours, 7 hours. 140 of this is going to me. You think that they're making money doing this? I see a company that is going to go under unless they just throw money at it. I do not see something that's viable. I see an idea that can potentially be good, but not viable if it carries on like this with the accept every trip using the inefficient Uber app. All right, so that is most of the review. The final part, the nail in the coffin for me as a driver, as a 10-year long basically career driver, is the fact that these cars, because they don't give you the full suite, they do not give you the driving suite, these cars lack the key feature, the best part of Tesla. Anyone who knows Tesla knows the best part of Tesla is ding, 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 the driver suite. The indicating, so when you indicate in a Tesla, for anyone who's never been in a Tesla, when you indicate in a Tesla, the screen on this side shows you your blind spot. When you indicate to your right, it shows you your blind spot. When you lock in cruise control, it is a intelligent cruise control that is a lane assist keeper that will stop you on the drop of a hat if it imagines somebody's in front of you. This car has none of those features. So you essentially get an electric vehicle with all the bad parts of the electric vehicle, none of the good parts of the electric vehicle, and you get, that's what you're stuck with. So this Moove company, pros, for those of you who do not want to put miles on your car, but you want to drive, pro. For those of you who just want maybe medical insurance or dental or something like that, because they do offer insurance, pro. For those of you who don't mind $20 an hour, or who are in a market where $20 an hour would probably be good for you, pro. For those of you who get off on like electric vehicles and technology, Pro. For those of you who maybe you might want to use this to maybe get your feet wet in the private driving sector. This could potentially be a pro, as they do plan to go into the black car market. So that would be a huge pro for those of you who want to get started maybe with a company. You'll only be making $20 an hour plus tips, but some of those tips can get pretty good. This will be a great black car vehicle. So that could potentially be a pro, but right now it's not, as it's non-existent, it cannot be a pro. And then with the cons. Let's get to the cons. Very short range. You don't have a really good suite. You have a non-existent driver suite. You have poor range. You only make $20 an hour. You can only do Uber X and I think Comfort at best. You have to accept every single trip. You have to run an 8-hour shift, which you do. You have a mandatory 1-hour break for that 8-hour shift. You have to charge the vehicle back up to 80% before you drop the vehicle off. You have the Electrify America and the charge point charging systems to utilize, and Electrify America is down at the moment, so you only have a charge point. For anybody who knows charge point, those are slow trickle chargers, and you are responsible for making sure the vehicle is charged. They have this where is it at? They have this card that does pay for your charging, so you do not have to pay for the charging. That comes with the car, so that is also a pro, but you do have to make sure the vehicle is fully charged and the charge is slow. So cons, okay? So you guys who think that this is a great idea, hey, have at it. Sign up, chase my link down, use me as your affiliate, use this review as your guide. Because I am a veteran, and this is probably the first and maybe the only review you're gonna see for a while. Like I said, this is a 10-year veteran. This is Moove, a company basically powered by Uber. It is a new startup, and these are my pros and these are my cons, and so these things will change, but I do not have the patience to sit back and watch them change, okay? So that's my review. I'm out. Peace.